In this video, we're taking a detailed look at the Chrome Industries Yalta 3.0. Check out packhacker.com for more information and the best buying options. Links in the description below. This version of the Yalta is with the black chrome material, which is a pretty weather resistant. They call it the black chrome 22X nylon. It is a little crinkly, kind of like an X-Pack is what it reminds us of. But, you know, that means that it is pretty water resistant and should hold up well if you get stuck, you know, in a rainstorm or something while you're out and about. As far as looks goes, it's very black on black. Even the Chrome logo down here in the corner is kind of hiding in black on black, which is pretty nice. It adds to a very sleek, it's a very sleek aesthetic overall. It is like, depending, since this is a roll top bag, you know, depending on how unrolled you have the top, you know, it is like a 33, 35 liter bag-ish. So you can fit quite a bunch of things in here. So let's hop into it. We're gonna flip this over and check out the harness system first. It's relatively robust. As you can see, there's quite a bit of foam on the back panel here. You know, these like ridges. They're pretty dense. They are kind of squishy, so they should help with airflow. You know, obviously you have a black bag, and if you're somewhere hot, like, it's hard to avoid having a sweaty back, but mesh and airflow usually helps. So it's nice to see some airflow here, and then there is some mesh on the back of the shoulder straps. The straps themselves are not crazy padded. You know, they have this pretty thick edge on them, which in our experience can dig into you. We haven't really put this bag through any rigorous testing yet, so we can't say for sure on this one, but just be wary. They do seem relatively comfortable just from throwing it on and walking around for a little bit. So, and then on the front here, there are also these daisy chains with this kind of, you know, seatbelt like material, so you can attach extra gear on the front, throw something up there with a carabiner, whatever you want to do, carry some stuff on the outside. And then you do have an adjustable sternum strap. So this sternum strap is on a rail, which is nice because instead of, you know, having to hook it into preset loop areas, you can kind of adjust it to exactly where you want it to go as long as it's within, you know, this rail area. There's also a nice little elastic keeper on the excess strap, give you that dangle-free experience, which is always appreciated. Moving on to the pockets now. We're going to start on the back here since we're already here. As you can see, behind this back panel, you have two pockets, one on each side, and they're pretty much identical. So we're going to reach our hands in there. You can kind of see they do kind of occupy the same space, so I can feel my fingers with both of them in there. So just be wary of that. You know, if you're trying to stick something super long in both of them, they may interfere with one another. They're also lined with a felt kind of material. It's not the softest felt we've ever felt, but it should, you know, protect anything that's delicate in there. Something to keep in mind, because this is against your back and right behind the back panel, they're going to be relatively secure because they're a little harder to get to, but also you probably don't want to jam bulky things in these pockets. If you put anything too bulky or pointy, you'll probably feel it. There's no real frame sheet in here. There is some decent padding on this back panel, but still, just for like comfortable carry, you'll probably want to keep slim things in here. Maybe your passport, maybe your phone, maybe some extra cash, whatever it may be. And then another zipper that you can see on the back here is actually side access into the main compartment. So there's more things going on here in the main compartment, which we're going to talk about, but this is side access, which is nice because, like we mentioned, it is a roll top bag, and getting in and out of roll top bags and top loaders can be a little frustrating or annoying sometimes if you're trying to get something that's at the bottom, or you just want to quickly, you know, set down and grab your laptop. Instead, you have to like open up the roll top, take everything out. You know the drill. So oriented in this position, in this side access position, you can kind of see in here with this Velcro flap that this is a laptop sleeve. So you do have quick side access to a laptop, which fits in there pretty well. There's not a whole bunch of padding. There's no false bottom. So, you know, we'd probably put a case on the laptop as well, but it is nice that there's a dedicated laptop spot. And there's also some more organization So we'll open up the bag and try to show you more. That is orientated for side access. So they are zippered pockets. It's pretty interesting design actually. It's one zipper track, but the pockets are divided. So one zipper opens and closes all three of these, you know, kind of liner pockets, but it's not one big pocket. They do all have their own sort of defined space. So that's pretty interesting. Plenty of room to store some smaller tech gear and things like that, and then zip it up with a zipper. It's always nice when these sideways pockets have zippers on them, because once you turn the bag upright to use it, going on about your day, you're going to, you know, not have your stuff fall out and get jumbled. So we're going to open up the roll top here, just kind of give you an idea, see if we can show you the space that's going on. It does get pretty tall with the roll top. My entire arm fits in here from fingertips to shoulder. So there's a lot of space to kind of jam in whatever gear you can think of. I'll try to roll this down for you. So because of that, you know, you can fill it up with packing cubes, and then like you just saw, there's a dedicated spot in there for your laptop, so then that leaves, you know, all of this main bucket open for packing cubes if you want to take this on some trips. So that's pretty great. And then while we have this open this way, another really interesting feature of this bag is the removable liner. So you may have gotten a glimpse of it when we were just in the side access. There's a bunch of Velcro going on, I'm sure you can hear it. Then we pull this out, and you have a chrome tote that has a couple of handles. So if you need a day bag, you know, if you want to don't want to carry your backpack, drop it off, maybe go do some grocery shopping, something like that, you will have a tote with you. It is also made of like a pretty weather resistant material. So that's pretty nice. It's a nice little feature, you know. You have two bags in one, essentially, if you need a day pack. There is some Velcro on top here, so you can probably, you know, close this thing up, something like that. Just kind of lock it together, and that way you have a little bit more security. It's not just an open tote pack. But yeah, that's a nice little feature. And of course, if you don't want it in the bag, you can always take it out and leave it at home, or, you know, roll it up and jam it in another pocket or a sling bag if you just, you know, don't want to deal with the liner. But it does have its home inside the bag. As you can see, the Velcro does stick together when it's not in there. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feature. And as you can see, you know, that was kind of right here, just loose in the bag when we were looking at it before from the side. And now it's gone. So you have plenty of room in here to really load this thing up. Lastly, on the inside, you can see here there is a small kind of stretchy mesh pocket. Looks like it will work well for, you know, water bottles or other tall things. And of course, when you're reaching in the top loader, it will be facing up, like standing up. So that should be pretty good if you want to keep some taller stuff in there. Moving back to the front of the bag, and speaking of water bottles, there's another tall pocket on one side, which is plenty of room for a water bottle. It may cut into the main capacity of the bag a little bit. Just be wary of how big of a bottle you put in here. But it is plenty tall, and it seems like there's plenty of room for a water bottle, umbrella maybe, small travel tripod, you know, whatever you need to put there. And then the last pocket is just quick access pocket on the front. There's no extra capacity going on, or there's no organization. It's kind of a flat pocket. What you see is what you get right there on the front. So there you have it. This is the Chrome Industries Yalta 3.0. Check out packaccurate.com for more information and the best buying options. Link down below. We'll see you in the next video.